everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today we're going to be talking about Israel. Tonight is March 28th, 2023, like a very early morning, and I couldn't sleep. Today is was going to be my mom's 70th birthday if she was still with us. Unfortunately, she passed on last year, and well, I just couldn't sleep. I was thinking about her too much. So the funny thing is that she introduced me to the 17th letter of the alphabet and have been hooked ever since. And my mom also is the one that encouraged me to start Marie's Chatty Tarot. So I wanted to say a special thanks to Mom. So yes, today we're going to be talking about Israel. And before we dive in, for those who are interested, I'm going to be using today the Wiser Tarot deck. And so I'm sure you guys have heard lately about the protest that's been going on in Israel for the last few days. So if I remember correctly, because I haven't really read too much, I've only seen snippets here and there on Telegram. So basically, Bibi Netanyahu, I hope I pronounced his name properly, fired this Ministry of Defense, and then due to that action, a lot of people have been voicing their protests in big numbers, which is something that has not happened in a long time, or almost never, in Israel. I feel like there's more to this story, and forgive me if I don't know a lot of the details of what's going on there. I would appreciate a comment if you are on the ground, if you live in Israel, to explain to us what's going on. But I wanted to ask the questions to the cards. Why the protests? What's really behind all this, this protest going on in Israel right now? Because remember, guys, I was not supposed to say that. The 17th letter of the alphabet mentioned that Israel would be last. So for me, this is a signal of what to come. But, I am curious to see what the cards wants to say. So, major protests in Israel right now as of March 2023. It's been going on for the last few days. Pretty big. So why? What's really going on? What's behind the scenes that the cards would like to reveal? Because I'm sure there's layers to this. So let's see what the cards, and I think there's this person in Telegram, I don't remember who've done some research and mentioned that the people that are protesting are being paid by the cabal. So I don't know. There's a lot of propaganda, misinformation going on here. So let's see what the cards wants to share about that. See what the card wants to share about what's really going on behind the scenes. Why? The real reason of the protest. Why the protest? What's the real reason behind this whole thing? Right? So the first card is Three of Wands. Okay. Go answer the question. Queen of Wands situation. So remember, Wands is about fire, motivation. Recent past is the Chariot. The Emperor is present. Judgment is potential outcome. Five of Swords, clarification. And Justice card. So we ask, why the protest? This is such an interesting spread because the Chariot, Emperor, Judgment, Justice, those are major arcanas. And they're showing right here, smack in the middle. So, and then Wands or Fire, motivation, inspiration, new growth, new beginning. Three of Wands. So this gentleman, so 3 is adventure, going out on a journey. 3 of Wands. So this gentleman, he's outside. He's already dressed for the hike. He's already dressed for the journey. He is turning his back on what he's known, and he's ready to explore the new horizon for what's to come. He's ready to embark on his journey. So we ask, why the protest? So it seems like the people are just tired. Now, if you guys remember, Israel has been very stringent on the taking of the cure. You had no choice. You had to take it. And in order for you to participate in polite society. And I think, in this particular situation, I don't think the resignation of the Ministry of Defense was it. It looks like Israel for a while has been going through the process of a death of 1,000 cuts. I mean, they have been oppressing, well, the people have not been happy. Let's just put it that way. Again, I have to talk differently because I have to post this on YouTube. So I think there may have been more going on that we're not aware of. It looks like the people are fed up, and they're turning away, their backs away from the current government, and they're just tired. They're just fed up. They are ready to embark on a new journey. They're ready for a new to strike out, leave whatever shit's going on behind. So they're voicing their opinion. They're telling, that that they want to get away with whatever's going on right now in Israel. So again, I would appreciate comments from boots on the ground. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is telling me that a lot of other people have woken up, and I think we've seen it. There were like thousands and thousands and almost millions. I don't know how many people populates the state of Israel, but it looks like everybody showed up for those protests. And the Queen of Wands is telling me that a lot of the people have woken up. A lot of people are fired up, motivated, and because this is a card, Queen of Wands is a card of authenticity, of person finding their fire, finding their power, and not afraid of voicing it, and being very charismatic about it, being very, fired up, literally. So we can see that, for those paying attention, looking on alternative social media channels, what's going on. And it looks like the Chariot in the past, the process been, this protest is, I'm not saying it's a long time coming, but it's been something that's what's the right word? Oh, good Lord. It's a long time coming. Yeah, feels right. Because the Chariot is a movement card. Movement is, again, leaving. So I think, okay, the best way to explain this, the Chariot is Cancer, astrology, emotion. Um, a lot of people are now emotionally driven in Israel to push forward and to leave comfort behind, because you can see this card, the background is there's a bunch of castles, a town fortified, wall around it and everything. So this person is leaving comfort behind to strike out, to move forward. Why are they moving forward? What are they leaving behind? We know during the pandemic, things were, I'm pretty sure there were other events as well that we don't know about that contribute to this massive protest. And it looks like, these people are not afraid of leaving their comfort, and now they want liberty. They don't want security. They don't want safety. It looks like they want out with that Chariot card. And also, if you look at those Sphinx, the black and the white, it's duality. So it's as if to say as well, it's another layer here, to say that they have to put their pettiness aside to unite together in order to come out the way they have. So whatever happened, whatever's been going on in Israel, it must have been so bad, so severe, that the people have put away their petty or their differences in opinion, in whatever, to pull this mass protest that we're seeing right now. So okay. So Emperor card in the present. So usually the Emperor card for me is law and order. It's also the alliance theme. It's also, Mr. T, a group of people. And maybe it could be all the above. Maybe, the people have woken up to the point that they realize that they need to establish law and order in their society. So that's one layer. And the other layer is the possibility that, the alliance might be behind what's happening right now with the protests. A grassroots type of thing. I would not be surprised if there's the 17th letter of the alphabet that that people are following in Israel, and people are waking up doing their research. So it's possible that, people are waking up that way, the same way that, the 17th letter of the alphabet are waking up a lot of people here in the States. So clearly this, all of the above can apply. So okay, that's interesting. Potential outcome. Mass awakening, judgment. Everybody's waking up. You see it on social media. Everybody's out and about voicing their displeasure with what's going on right now. So it's as if so why is as if, it looks like it's something that's from the people. That's interesting, because they're not happy with the propaganda, they're not happy with the manipulation, and they want justice, they want fairness. Justice card is Libra in astrology, and it's also mean communication, better communication. It also means fairness, and it also means uh, um, uh, you know legality, bringing balance back into a particular system that's clearly imbalanced. So okay, so now we know the why. So it's basically the people, with the help of the white hats, waking up, performing a mass awakening, wake up call, because of the propaganda, because of the lies, because of the censorship, the mandates, all of the above, and people want justice. People want fairness, communication, choice, because again, justice is also about a choice, free will, if you will, right? Okay, so now we know why. So the next question I had is, how is the protest going to affect us, going to affect the world? Because again, recap, 17 letter of the alphabet said that Israel is last. So clearly there's a connection. And again, because we are in a globalist system, everybody's connected one way or the other. Oh, Lord. So let's see, how is the protest going on in Israel is going to affect us. And what I mean by us, I mean the world, the rest of the world, the rest of us, right? And also, Israel is a big ally to the U.S. So let's see how the protests in Israel is going to affect us, the U.S., and the world, I guess, right? Okay, so let's see what the card's supposed to say about that. Okay, the first card is King of Wands. Second card is Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles in the past. Eight of Swords present. Four of Pentacles, potential outcome. The Devil, clarification. Page of Swords, clarification. So we ask, how is this going to affect us? So the King of Wands, usually when I get the King of Wands, for me, it represents, it could be a person, obviously, but it's also my Mr. T card. So since we're asking about what's going on, how is the protest going to affect us, the world? It's as if to say, Mr. T, I just wants to say Mr. T and the White Hats, that group wants to expose the dysfunction, the disillusion, the illusion that's been going on in Israel. Usually this card, the Seven of Cups, it could be a card of choices. It could be a card of options. But the flip side of that card is dysfunction, delusion, all of that. It could be dreaming. It could be like a fog, not being clear. So this tells me, and the fact that this the Eight of Swords is in the middle, that's what changed the nuance of the spread. Because this card, this lady in bondage, she can get out anytime she wants. But swords are about thoughts, words, information. So it's as if, there's a group of people who has been in denial, not wanting to see the pictures, this truth. So it's as if Mr. T wanted to expose the disillusion, the craziness going on in Israel, so that even if you are the most hardened sleeper, uh, somebody who's been putting their head in the sand, you will have to wake up on this one. Because again, Israel does not protest, hardly ever. So it's a way to force people to really wake up, to really see the truth, to really see what's going on. It's really to awaken the sleepers. And with that Three of Pentacles in the past, recent past, that tells me that this was planned. Whoever orchestrated this or tried to put this emotion, this is something that's been in the making, because this card, Three of Pentacles, is a card of collaboration. It's a card of building solid foundation. It's a card of working together, like putting your differences aside, really working together to accomplish something. And the Pentacle is about, you know, what is tangible, what is real, what bringing receipt, really, because you cannot fudge Pentacle, because Pentacle is real. It's assets. It could be money. It could be everything. So I think that says that, you know, now this could be layered, because I just got something pop in my head that the people has been uniting over what's been happening in Israel. And I hope, again, people will comment, if you live in Israel, to elaborate. I know about the mandates, yes. And I'm sure there's other stuff as well that added up, you know, brought people to this brink, to unite people in such a way, because this is a card of collaboration. So it could be seen in two layers. The first one is that, you know, the white hats have been trying to uniting the people, to push to have them to this, I don't want to say push them in the brink, you know, but kind of, sort of. If the truth is coming out there, you cannot turn a blind eye. You're going to have to accept it. And especially if that truth or that information is going to affect you, it's going to affect your health, it's going to affect your livelihood. So yes, people are going to unite, people are going to collaborate, people are going to want to band together. So I think this could be all the above. So it looks like, yes, this thing may have been planned, but it feels more like this was the people have been uniting, talking, banding together for a while now, in light of what's been happening in Israel. And yes, again, recap, even if you were like the most hardened of sleepers, you will have to wake up for this one. And I think the whole world is shocked from this protest. So I'm guessing, in a way, the media has been lying about this Minister of Defense thing. I'm sure there's more underlying a truthful reason why the people are protesting, because it doesn't look like it has to do with defense. So how is this going to affect us, the world? So the outcome is, so all this is coming undone. People waking up in a massive way. The outcome is that the government or the group of cabal people, whatever, they're going to want to maintain control. Again, we're seeing that card, Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is a person who's kind of greedy. It could be conservative, but here in this particular situation, somebody is holding on to power, is holding on to asset, is holding on their hold on the people. So yes, people are waking up, people are seeing the funk, but the cabal is going to try to maintain control, maintain their dysfunction. And the fact is the devil card, that's not a good sign for Israel, because the devil card is anything that deals with the lower vibration. And we saw that, you know, during the pandemic, and how they were forcing the cure on people. And there's so much about Israel that people don't know. I mean, the truth is going to come out because, you know, Page of Sword, eventually the world is going to find out what's really been happening there. And uh, the Page of Sword, exactly, all page are messengers, all page are truth word information. Uh, the information is going to come out harsh and not exactly how you want to hear it. So this is interesting. So bad group of people want to hold on to power. Um, so so how that's going to affect us is basically means that this group of people is still going to want to hold on, want to lie, you know, disinformation, you know, tell us that, oh no, it's not, there's no fire here. There no, you know, it's just the same thing. Okay. So, all right. So we kind of know how that affect us. Basically, the cabal, the bad guys, still want to keep hold of power. Okay. So, what other info that the cards wants to share about Israel right now? Because again, I don't know that much about current events going on in Israel. Again, please comment. Would appreciate it. So let's see what other info that the card would like to share about Israel. Two of Wands. Interesting. Looking out for other alternative. Okay, let's see. What other info the cards wants to share? Okay. Well shuffled. Okay. What other info about Israel? Oh wow. I just shuffled the cards pretty well, but it's coming out the same. Five of Wands situation. The Emperor in recent past. Death card. Present. Wow. The Fool. Outcome. Potential outcome. Six of Swords. Clarification. The Devil card again as clarification. So again, a lot of major arcanas here. The Emperor, Death, Fool, and the Devil. So we're gonna have to pay attention because every time we see major arcana, it's like big info. It's like neon sign, bold, italic, underline, neon sign. So that's basically. So we asked for what other info. So basically, there's a group of people who's trying to hold into power. So there's either so I can see it two ways with the Five of Wands. Either there's inner fighting amongst them, the cabal, or the White House is trying to, you know, is fighting them to gain grounds. Now, in the past, the Emperor card is showing up, tells me that the alliance has a lot to do with what's happening right now and present time. And so it could be the alliance trying to that has a lot to do with what's going on in Israel right now, but it could also mean that there's a group that's trying to assert control, because this card can be about control as well. And the fact that death is in the middle, so the way I'm reading it is the bad guy is trying to keep control, keep power, holding on for dear life. There's not that much left of them, but whatever's that's left is really holding on for dear life. However, that group is not able to sustain itself because presently, the present card is death. So they're either they don't have enough resources, or either they don't have enough peons. I don't know, but that they're slowly dying, because the death card is a transformation card. It's not about physical death. Well, it could be. I mean, we wish it was, but for the cabal, obviously. But it's a transformation card, and so right now, the cabal is going to transformation, a period. They're dying. They're not able to sustain itself because they're fighting amongst themselves. They are not. They cannot agree because the system is breaking apart. So that's basically the feeling that's coming across with this five. With this five of wands. All fives are conflict of sort. And the fact is, wands is that there's conflict of ideas, conflict of motivation, conflict of agendas. So all those different industries or systems or policies are clashing with one another. So we ask what the other info. So the other info is that the Fool is going to come about. So the Fool is a new journey. Basically casting away whatever baggage that you had before, whatever was not serve you, you want to cast it away and you want to start anew. More carefree, more liberated, more authentic to yourself, and just freeing somehow. So this, the Fool as the outcome, what other information we ask is that people they want something new. They want to move away from whatever's happening right now in Israel. Because Six of Swords is about thoughts, words, information. They're not happy with what they found out, and they want to move away with whatever dysfunction is going on there. Now, the fact that it's the Devil card, again, major arcana, there's a lot of dysfunction happening in Israel. And I urge people to do their research to find out. And you'll be very surprised, amazed, in a bad way. It's not a good look. Once you find out. I cannot say it, what it is, what they are, and because of censorship, but yeah. So, okay, so what other info that we wanted to share? So basically, Cabal is dying, but they're holding on for dear life, and their system is clashing with one another. So it's not sustainable. In the same breath, all can happen at the same time. People want something new. They want a new beginning. They want to start fresh. They want to move away from the craziness that's happening right now in Israel. And the fact that the Devil card is showing up, it's a major arcana. It's big. And if you do the research, you understand what this card means. Okay? So, advice for the people in Israel. Advice for the people in Israel. I mean, these people have been through a lot. And everywhere. Everybody's been going through a lot. If we notice, look at my past videos and other people's videos, there's been changes going on in a lot of different regions of the world simultaneously. It's kind of hard to keep track sometimes. So what advice does the universe, the cards, powers that be, creator of this universe and beyond, what advice to the people of Israel? What advice? First card is Nine of Cups. High Priestess. Situation. Queen of Wands in the past, recent past. Two of Swords, present. Three of Wands, potential outcome. Knight of Pentacles, clarification. And Ten of Swords, clarification. That's so interesting. Okay, so we asked for advice. So the first card to answer the question is the universe the Knight of Cups is basically getting your wish come true. But it feels here, it's as if the universe, the cards wants to say to stay in a high vibration and use this time with the High Priestess to go inward, to meditate, to find the answers inward, and as if not to listen to the noise too much, as if to seek counsel within yourself. And it could also be take this time, to contemplate, to reflect, meditate, if you will. And it could be a card of being patient as well with the High Priestess. Queen of Wands in the past. So Queen of Wands is a person that is very authentic, very so the fact that it's the Queen that shows up is as if to say everybody on a subconscious level are awakened, and it's as if they found their mojo back. They found their motivation. They found their fire. It's as if the population collectively now on a subconscious level have that fire has been ignited to the level of the Queen, because the Queen is pretty high up in the hierarchy, because besides the king, the Queen is the king. The king is the highest. So the fact is the Queen that shows up, it's like a lot of people are fired up. They found their voice. They found their authenticity, so to speak, and not afraid of expressing that. Okay. Two of Swords, present. Two of Swords is people are at the point where you have to make a decision. You have to pick a side. You cannot stay on the fence, so to speak. So we're asking for advice here. Advice, Three of Wands. Three of Wands, adventure, new start. To seek another alternative. To leave whatever dysfunction is going on and start anew. So you're seeing this theme on all the questions that we've been asking about Israel so far. To start anew, new journey, new adventure. Again, this is a card of new adventure. Leave the dysfunction behind and embark yourself on a new journey. Because what's interesting about the wand, it's new growth as well. You can see those little green leaf on the wand, as if to represent new beginning as well, a new adventure, new journey. Not afraid of getting yourself out there. And so the advice is seek out alternative, start a new journey, the advice is, and take your time, move slowly, because the Pentacle is, Knight of Pentacle is movement. It's about moving slowly, taking your time, really assess the situation, really study what's going on, really pay attention. As you move, be cautious. That's the advice. Be cautious, and really pay attention to details, to the receipts, to the information, to the truth. Ten of Sword is ending. Sword is well, ending, but it's an ending of a way of thinking. It's the ending of philosophy. It's a way of a belief. So swords, because swords deals with thoughts, words, information. Um, wow, thoughts, word, information. So it's as if it's the death of a way, collectively, a way of thinking of a particular nation. Okay, I'm picking up 2 more cards just to get more details for clarification. So it looks like not only people are seeking alternative, they want to be in a world of, abundance, freedom, generosity, and people really want to be able to rebuild in a way that's conducive to, comfort, luxury, and where everybody is free, because you see this lady and everybody's in abundance. So I guess that's the common theme, because I see this a lot when I do for countries. So wow, so that's the advice for the people of Israel, to seek out other alternative, to really take your time to pay attention to the truth, to study what's really being happening, and not be afraid to let this truth, this information wash over you, and surrender to the truth, no matter how bad it is, because you can always start new. You can always start beginning, because once you know the truth and you put that topic to rest, you're able to start fresh. So knowing information, knowing the truth can be freeing. It could be scary too, but it could be free. So wow, that is interesting. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for everything, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.